Hi everyone, it's Luane and I'm here with a project share and a tutorial. I recently finished my Rolodex. It's a Rolodex that I have been dying to finish for quite some time, and I just got around to finishing it. The reason why I wanted a Rolodex was because I wanted somewhere where I can log the names and addresses of all of the people that I've met during my crafting affairs. I have met so many wonderful people with just my regular crafting and pocket letters and just other swapping. It's just been a lot of fun, and I've made some good friends along the way, and I just wanted to keep track of what we've swapped, or birthdays, or special interests, just things like that. Just, regular Rolodex. So I actually wanted to find one of those old school Rolodexes that I can decorate and kind of make it my own, but I couldn't find one, and I didn't want to spend $20 to $30 for one, so I decided I would make my own. And this is the one that I came up with. It's small, and it's going to give me what I need. And if it fills up, then that's great. I'll just have an overflowing Rolodex. I'm actually not finished entering all of the names of the people that I want in here yet, so that's just going to take some time. Because this is my Rolodex. It measures 6 inches long by 4.5 inches wide. So this is the top view, and this is the side view, and the back, bottom, and the front, and here it is. I ended up using dowels on the inside, and I just painted the inside with gold, but I painted the inside with acrylic paint because I didn't want to mat it with paper. It just was too much work for me at that time when I was actually making this. And then right here I used some wooden dowels. And I do have a tutorial that I will go over with right after I go over the inside. And then I have my little dividers. Here is my first divider here. And I did punch the holes with my Heidi Swap index card punch. I love this thing. But this is the front. This embellishment right here with the little metal backing I got from a friend, Braylon. She sent that to me, and I just added some washi tape in the back with some gold heart chunky glitter, a little wooden piece that says love, and I stamped Scrap Maidens on this one. Here, you can see it that way. Scrap Maidens is a group on Facebook, and I am one of the admins in that group. I was actually made an admin right before the end of last year. I was really excited about that. And then I just added some glitter tape here that I cut into a pennant, and then, whoa, I made this little charm that just happens to be stuck right now. Oh, here we go. And I have this charm that actually can come off. Sorry, I can't maneuver these little charms with my nails. See? It's little scissors. And when I punched the hole, I actually punched it wrong, so I had to punch it twice. So here's my first index card. And I did make several dividers for my Rolodex. Like the first one is for Scrap Maidens, and I do have my inserts. Here's my first one. And this is just an example of just what I wanted for myself to kind of keep track of the swaps that I'm in with her, or if I send her, a birthday gift or just something random. But it opens up accordion fold like this, so that I can list everything that I want, and then it just closes back up, and there you go. And then I have another section for my pocket letter friends that I've met, and I have this really cute washi tape that I got from someone. I can't remember where she is, but she's not in the US. I want to say she's in the Netherlands, maybe. But I ended up getting 2 rolls of this. Super cute. And then my hedgehog washi tape. I love hedgehogs. I would really love a pet, but they're illegal in California from what I hear. And just some more washi tape from IKEA. And then my little, and then I haven't added much yet. And then here's another group that I'm in. It's Swappers Corner. And then I just made another one of swaps in progress, just so that I can keep track of the swaps that I'm in. And in the back, I have blank cards. And I did make them a little shorter than the actual size of an index card because it was scrap paper that I had around. and I thought I would be able to utilize it, so I figured why not. Let's see, this is the regular sized index card and this is much smaller. But it works for me. And maybe I might go bigger one day, who knows. So in the back I have all my extra dividers. Alright, so now we're going to go into the tutorial on how I made it. It's super simple and you can make it with one 12 by 12 piece of chipboard. So what you'll need are 4 pieces to start. I have the base, which is 6 inches by 4.5 inches. And then I have the back piece, which is 4.5 inches by 2 inches. And then the front piece, that's 4.5 inches by 1 inch. And then I have this piece that is it's not cut yet. I wanted to cut it on camera so you can see how I did it. It is 6 inches, sorry, let's start that over. It is 6 inches by 3 inches. And what I did, from the top, I went in 2 inches, and I made a mark. And then from the bottom, I went in 1 inch and made a mark. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to match the bottom and the top mark on your cutter, and you're going to cut along that line. So that's not going to work because everything is in the way. Here we go. So basically you'll line up the line on your cut mark on your trimmer, or if you're using a healing mat, you can just line up the ruler like so. Make sure it's perfectly aligned. And then you cut it. There we go. So now you have these 2 pieces. See? Flip it over and they're exactly the same size. So this is going to be one side and this is going to be the other side. So those are your pieces right there. So as most of you might know, some of you who have seen my videos before and have seen me build things, you know that my favorite type of adhesive for when I put chipboard or foam board together is this dry fiber tape. It's a packaging tape that I got at Staples, and you can see those lines, those diagonal lines and the straight lines. That is actual fiber. So that actually helps or gives the tape stability so that it doesn't tear. So I have 2 pieces that are 4.5 inches. Actually, it's this wide piece. I cut it down to 4.5 inches and then I cut it down the center in half. And then I folded it in half again. So I have these 2 pieces. I have 2 pieces that are just a centimeter under 6 inches, 2 1-inch pieces, and 2 2-inch pieces. So we're going to attach these 2 here first. So we're going to need our 6 inches, or 6-inch strips. And I love using this thing. It's an envelope moistener. You can get it at Staples. I think it's like $1, maybe less. So the top is wet and I just wet my chipboard. Oops. There we go. Give me a moment. I need to drink some water. I do like making tutorials, but all the talking always makes me really thirsty. Okay, so we're going to attach, see how I folded this in half? Oh, and I mitered the edges. I cut the edges. You're going to wet just one piece, 1/2 of it, and you're going to attach it to the bottom of the chipboard. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to attach it to the bottom of the base, like so. So now we're going to grab our 4.5-inch pieces, and you're only going to wet 1/2. And you're going to put it on top. And you want to cut your tape strips just a little bit shorter than your measurement. Like this one, this size is 4.5. I just went like a centimeter shorter, and then when I mitered the edges it just made it just a smidge shorter. You don't want it to overhang on the corners because it doesn't look very neat when you do that. Then you grab the other piece and you put it on the bottom. And let's see. Okay, there we go. So now we have this piece, your base piece that has the tape on all four sides, like so. So now if you have a spare piece of chipboard, which I do, it is this one here. I have this one. Ideally you want to use something that is just as long or a little bit longer than the space that you're going to be working with, but this will work for me right now. Oh no, wait, I have a longer one. I have this one here. So to attach this side, we're actually going to attach it so that it sits on top of the base chipboard. So what we want to give it some space in between. So we don't want to make it fit right snug to the base chipboard. We have to give it some space. So you just need this as a guide. And you butt it up against the base, and then on the opposite side you just push it through, or you push it in. Actually, you want to make sure it's level to your bottom. You want to make sure that all of your pieces are level. And then you're going to glue it down. If that makes any sense at all, because I was rambling. You know how when sometimes you're going over stuff and then you know what you're doing and you think you're explaining it right, but you're kind of not? That's what I feel like I'm doing sometimes. Let's see. Doing that. And we're getting this piece. And make sure your 2" is on the top. We're doing that. There we go. So you're going to glue that down so that when you actually put it together, this top piece is going to actually sit on top of the base piece. So we're going to let that sit there. We're going to do the other side. And this is, I'm actually not going to completely put this one together because actually we haven't made the announcement yet, but on the Facebook group we are going to be implementing guest designers. And it's okay for me to say it because by the time this video pops up, we would have already made the announcement. But we are going to shoot for having a guest designer every month. And basically what we're doing is all the admins will be hosting one a month. And we will create a project. And while we create that project, we will put a kit together for somebody within our group to actually recreate it their own way. So this is actually my kit. I'm going to put this kit together with everything that I used to make mine, and I'm going to ship it off to someone so that they can make it, and they can make a video, and we're going to showcase them their work for that month. I thought that was a great idea. I actually came up with it just sitting around doing nothing one day, and I was thinking about all the stuff that I have and how I would really love to get rid of a lot of the stuff. And I thought, what a great way to get rid of it by actually having a guest designer and giving them a kit of something that we make and just see what their take on it is. So, which is why I'm not going to completely put it together because I need to mail it. Okay, so we're going to do the top now. So, I attached my sides and it looks like this. This is my 2" from the top, and then the bottom is my 1". So you want to make sure to attach your 2" piece to the top because it'll match your side piece. So we'll do that next. I have my guide here. I'm going to use a smaller one so I can see, because this light is horrible. I feel like I can't see. Okay, so there's that one. And then the bottom. See how easy that is? Well, I say it's easy. I do this all the time. And we're going to attach the bottom. Now, if you're going to paint the inside, this would be a good, after you connect these pieces, that would be a great time to paint the inside. If you're going to mat the inside, now would be a good time to mat as well, once your pieces are put together. Okay. So there we go. That is what it looks like when it's almost finished. So let's say we were almost finished and we were going to put this whole thing together. This will go up, and then this bottom piece will go up. And don't forget, again, it's going to sit on top of the base. This piece will sit on top of the base chipboard, all the pieces here. So now you end up with these 4 pieces left. This will be attached to the back, and then these 2 little ones will be attached to the bottom, and then when you fold it up, you will attach it together, like so. It'll look something like this. And it'll be really sturdy, and it will last you a really long time as long as you don't throw it around. So this is how I made my base right here. So to make your holes, if you look on the inside of mine, I actually added these little tiny 1/2-inch strips along the edge, and I did it because I thought for some reason that my paper would be touching the base of my Rolodex, and it didn't because of how high I punched the holes. So basically what I did is I grabbed a scrap piece of paper, I punched some holes in it, and then I just used it as a guide. Since we know this piece is going to sit on top of the base piece, all you have to do is find the center. If you have a scrap piece of paper, find the center, fold it after you punch it, and then put it down on the front and the bottom. Mark it, and then you do the same thing on this side. You guide it, you mark it, and then you punch your holes. You're going to punch a hole with you need either a crocodile or a hole punch, something that's going to punch through chipboard. And you're going to need one that is you're going to use a quarter-inch side. So I'm going to do the top one here. I'm just going to eyeball it. And again, let's see, let me bring this up. Can you see I'm not putting it all the way close to the bottom? This is going to sit on top of this chipboard. I know I keep saying that, but I just want to make sure I get that out there. So I'm not going to place it too high off the edge, but just enough so that the paper just floats, or that my cards just float above. Okay, that looks like it's pretty centered, and now I need a pen. I'm just going to draw a circle, and then I'm going to do, it looks like there's a quarter-inch gap in between each side. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to eyeball it. I'm pretty good at doing that. Let's see. Then mark it. And you want to punch your holes before you tape the sides together. Oh, come on. Okay. Me and my bad eyesight. Escape, escape. Oh no. That's not gonna work. That's okay. I actually used my crocodile when I did it last time. Okay. So if you have a crocodile, use your crocodile. I totally forgot about that. I actually went through the same thing when I first made mine. So if you don't have a crocodile, or if you don't have something that will help you do this, You might want to punch the holes before you tape your piece to your base. There we go. Now for the dowel. I'm going to quickly go over how I did the dowels, and it's really easy. I only have one right now, but since I'm not putting the whole thing together, it's okay. So this is a dowel that I kind of broke. I don't know what I was doing. So once you tape all of your pieces together, they're all going to be facing up. Let's pretend that that's happening right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to insert your dowel from one side to the other, like so. And again, all of your pieces will be up. And this one is not staying. Okay. So all of your pieces will be up and glued together. So once you have it flush on this side, see how it's pretty flush? It doesn't protrude out beyond the chipboard. It's flush with the chipboard. So once you have that and it's exactly where you want it to be, it's the length that you need it to be, you're going to go to the other side and you're just going to cut off the excess. You cut off the excess and then you'll have a perfectly fitted dowel. And then what you'll do is you'll just add some hot glue to the hole and attach the dowel on both sides. And when you put your backing, your paper on the backing, make sure you add hot glue, or just be generous with the glue where the dowel is so that it attaches to the paper that you're covering your Rolodex with. So, I think that's it. These little pieces will attach the back, these little pieces will attach the front, and we're all set. So if you guys happen to make one, I know there are other tutorials out there that show you how to make the Rolodex, but I wanted mine to have an angle and not just be a box. So this is what I came up with. And the kit, I'm really excited because the kit that I'm putting together is going to have, it's not going to have this paper line. Actually, this is actually a baby girl paper line. I can't remember which one it is, but I already have some of the stuff put together. So I have some washi tape that I used. I have rickrack. I have glitter pieces and the little wood piece and the little charm with the scissors, and then I have little pennants in here. So, and I will be including a lot more stuff. I think I'm going to include some flat back pearls as well. So I'll actually post a video once the kit is put together. So that is how I made my Rolodex. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and excuse my rambling or my excess talking. Sometimes I just talk too much, and sometimes I feel like I don't make sense. Oh well. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, ciao!